games in front of you, do you allow yourself to look and see what this 5-game stretch could mean, or is it just the old coach's thing of I can't look past Georgia?
Yeah, but for me, I'm always just one game at a time is really what you say. But I'm even probably before that. I just think about how can we play good. How can we play good? And I mean that's kind of how you give yourself the best chance. Like I'm not even thinking about Georgia. I'm thinking about us more than anything. Like how can we play as well as we can play, and then the rest kind of takes care of itself. I was watching all the teams last night though, like just all of them. That teams we're going to play coming up, just right there. So all good teams, all different. They all play very different. And but for us to have our best chance, we just got to play well.
Speaking of teams playing different. How much different is Georgia and Texas A&M?
They play fast. There's to the naked eye, it's similar in ways, but there's also differences in the approach, in our approach, and their approach with certain things. But to the naked eye, it'll look like a fun, up-tempo basketball game. Yeah.
You talk about working on yourself. This week will be a full week off between games. So what did this week look like for you guys? What was kind of the focus?
Yeah, we took some days off, 2 days off, 1 day on, 1 day off, and then practice today and tomorrow. So, we did more skill than anything, what I consider skill, and just trying to get our guys' skill back up after the time off. But we needed some time off, not just for this game, but just for the duration of the season. I'm glad some of these guys got it.
And to that point, did you think this came at a good time, this little kind of week off?
Yeah, I mean, it's you'd like to have like right in the middle, like a league play. So in 2 more games would have been perfect, but, it is what it is.
Sometimes coaches look at seasons in different segments or dividing stuff up. With the players, do y'all divide up the conference season or anything like that into any kind of segments, or is it like you said, truly just looking at getting good every time?
Yeah, you just want to get better every game and play the best basketball you can play. In my mind, I look at basketball like this. You have all the preseason stuff up to the first game, and then from the first game to conference play, and then you have conference play. Once we get conference play, our practice, we try to tone it down a little bit. The scouts go a little bit deeper, obviously, and we know that there's a 2-game-a-week deal, so the rest becomes important. Early in the season, it's really about hey, it's just totally about us. Now it's like 90% us, 10% them, I would say. I would say most teams, it's like a lot of times it's 40% them, 60% the other team. But we try to still stay focused majority on what we got, and then you got the postseason, obviously.
We asked Rashawn about different similarities between the two styles. He almost got kind of a little defensive, like, no, we have our style. Is that some of that identity, like buy into the identity that you've talked about, that it kind of is a part of them and a part of this team, the way that y'all do things?
Yeah, well, I mean, we know who we are, and above all else, I mean, we're going to have to play extremely hard all the time, and pride ourselves on being that and playing unselfish at all times. So, again, like I think if you ask our players, they're always going to say we're our own unique deal because we're not so honed in on another team. We're so honed in 90% on us all the time. So it's really like we feel that if we do what we're supposed to do, we'll be successful. Who controls us doing what we're supposed to do? We do. So who controls the outcome of the game? We do. Because we control the factors that lead to good basketball. And playing good basketball equals winning basketball. And so that discipline is the mindset you got to have, and then that way you control everything you do. You're not relying on them doing something. You're relying on us doing something.
Rashawn mentioned that you guys have really been focusing on rebounding as of late. Just what have you seen from your team that you guys have been able to make some forward progress in that aspect?
Yeah, just detail what you got to, obviously block out every time. You see a lot of fouls called in a basketball game, but there's not a lot called on hard blockouts. So, like, if we get 1 or 2 of those a game, we just got to live with that. Because, it's hard to win when teams are getting a large percentage of their misses back. You saw the game, like Tennessee's a really big, good offensive rebounding team. They were able to get some offensive rebounds on us. And a lot of times we were blocking out pretty good. You can live with some of those. But, you can't live with 4 guys doing one thing and then one guy, I just had a moment where I lost my focus, and it kills everybody.
When it comes to Rashawn too, we talked about the vocal nature of him on the court. Just how do you see him channel that in a good way or a right way that it doesn't overcome him, or he's able to channel that properly?
He's just a veteran, like he knows, he knows that he's got to play off intensity and not just the emotion of the game. And so even though he can have emotion, he's constantly has the right intensity. He doesn't he's not going to let a ref's call take him out of the next play. He's not going to let some deal going on with another player take him out of his game. He's a veteran, right? He's not a kid. And, therefore he's playing veteran basketball and good basketball.
I know it's a game after, but how much are y'all, as y'all kind of start scout on Alabama, looking at the Chris Badeko situation and if he would be available or not for that game?
I'm just assuming that all the players that are playing now are playing until we hear otherwise, So, you watch your team play all year long. I will say this. I think I mentioned this before. You think of a lot of things as a coach, and then I never in a million years thought we'd play against Bediako. So that's not saying right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just saying it's just funny that that question's asked. You know what I'm saying? But obviously they're a good team, good players, well coached, got guards, got bigs, and even more bigs now, and tough on their home floor. So got to focus on what we got to do. Which is going to be defending those guys, particularly even though he's a good player. Their guards are elite guards, and you got to be able to guard them and just not let them live in the paint all night.
Ruben talked about preaching championship level effort. From your vantage point, have you seen that guys kind of live that as you guys caught your stride here in conference play?
Yeah, I think we play really hard. We got to continue to let that be our identity. Is just playing hard and unselfish. And you can't take a practice off because playing hard is a habit. And if you allow that habit to slip, then you won't be playing hard. And you'll see a lot of teams as they go through the season where they may be playing harder earlier in the year than later. We want to be playing hard throughout. But if anything, if it's a habit, your habit should be greater and greater and greater. That you should be able to look at tape and say, man, the hardest we ever played was our last game because we built that habit up so much that that our identity became stronger and stronger, not the reverse. We dang sure don't want to look like a withered team that's ready for spring break, right? We want to look like a team that, I always say the teams that are having the most fun, or they refuse to let go of the rope. And as you approach, Selection Sunday, towards the end of the year, we want everyone to look at our group and say, man, those guys, they love playing with each other. They have a joy when they play, and they're playing their best basketball.
One more on Rashawn, just for all the impact that he's had on your team this season. Is there a game or a performance that you look at that you go, that's the epitome of Rashawn Agee?
There's just so many. Just so many big plays he's made late in the game. I will say, I remember the LSU game. This play sticks out to me because he obviously is battling these guys. He's rebounding, he's scoring. But then we come out of a deal and we drop a play for Ruben where he's going to have to thread a ball through a needle for Ruben to get a three to pretty much ice the game. And, he takes it as a big and he kind of backs up and throws a left-handed hook pass across the floor into the dead corner on the money and just strokes it. And, that just goes to show you how versatile this player is. And then the other thing that sticks out to me was even though in the first half Tennessee, he may only got 1 or 2 shots, but that dude was battling those monsters for Tennessee. He was literally just fighting so hard down there on defense and just look, man, this is what it is. It's just a wrestling match. I may have to rest some on offense just so I can continue to do this. And, that's just who he is. He understands what the game calls for.
Anything else for Coach?
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.